Are you ready to immerse yourself in real life English? Today you're going on a lovely English journey. I just went on the biggest grocery shop I have been on in a long time, and I have some good news. You are going to learn the names of everything that I purchased, and at the end I will show you how much it cost. Plus you'll see a couple items that I purchased just for fun because I couldn't help myself. If you're new here, hi, I'm Vanessa from SpeakEnglishWithVanessa.com, and for over the past 10 years, I have been teaching real life English here on my YouTube channel, and now there are more than 7 million of you learning English with me. I can't believe it. Thank you for being here. And like always, I have created a free PDF worksheet with all of today's important food vocabulary. Plus, there is a little bonus within the PDF. I love adding these for you to help you really learn what you are about to see in today's lesson. There is a bonus audio version of today's lesson. This is like a mini podcast episode. You can download the audio version for today's lesson, and you can listen to it wherever you go, maybe while you're at the grocery store, maybe while you're unpacking your groceries. You can download this free PDF worksheet plus bonus audio version by simply clicking the link in the description, enter your name and email address, and voila, just like that, the PDF worksheet and bonus audio version will land in your email inbox. This is my gift to you. Plus, did you know that you only need to sign up for my free worksheets one time? I will continue to automatically send them to you every single Friday. So you just sign up once and I will continue to send you my free worksheets every week. How cool. All right, so should we get started? Let's put on our food helmets. Hope you're not hungry because there's a lot of food in here. So what I'm gonna do is simply take out each item that I purchased. Maybe I'll say a little something about it if there's something to be said, maybe not. And I will set them on the table. There are so many things. Are you ready? Some of them are not all packaged together, so this is not all the fruit. This is not all the pantry supplies, but we'll just go with the flow and see what we got here. And hopefully after this video, my family will come back inside and help me to put everything away. Isn't that the dream? So when I do a big grocery shop like this is a lot of food. Usually it's for 1 month. I try to purchase almost everything we need for an entire month. Now each week I do need to purchase a few new things like fresh things, some extra bananas, some extra greens, maybe some milk, things like that. But mostly all of the food we need for our family of 5, 2 adults, an 8-year-old, a 5-year-old, and a 2-year-old is all of this. There might be a few things we're missing, but in general, that's why it's a lot of food. So let's get started. I bought us some apples. These are organic Pink Lady apples. I got us a big thing of mandarin oranges. You can also call these tangerines. I know they're slightly different, but usually we use the same word. I love these in the winter. We bought 1 Asian pear. This is like $2.50 for 1 Asian pear. But whenever I go to the grocery store, I let my kids each choose one little thing that they want to purchase, if it's under $5. And this is what my 2-year-old daughter chose. She even already took a bite out of it. So we'll eat that later. I have some olive oil. For those of you from Italy, it says product of Italy. 100% Italian President's Reserve extra virgin olive oil, cold pressed. All right, well, it says product of Italy. Olives are grown and harvested in Italy. Okay, so you can get a lot cheaper versions of olive oil in the US, but at the grocery store that I went to, which is Trader Joe's, I've talked about that grocery store on this channel a lot, because if you come to the US, it's a great place to go to have a little quick conversation with someone. They are very friendly there. That was the biggest size that they offered. All right, I got some peeled tomatoes in a can. Theo, my oldest son, wanted to get this, lightly smoked mussels, just for fun. I got some granola bars. Here we like to buy lots of nuts and dried fruit because we eat that as a snack instead of potato chips or something unhealthy. So we go through a lot of nuts. You will see that in the next bag. Here I have some raisins, Raisins are dried grapes. I have some walnuts, some more walnuts, and a little thing of orzo pasta. Lots more pasta to come. All right, here we have lots of trail mix items. We call it trail mix just because trail mix means nuts and fruit usually, but we like to make it ourselves. These are some almonds. They're raw almonds. I like them like this because they don't taste as oily or salty. So there's no salt. They're not cooked. It's just raw almonds. Brazil nuts. These are the most expensive ones. I think this bag is $10, but this bag of walnuts is like $5 maybe. But Brazil nuts are really hard to open. It's very labor intensive. So this small bag is very expensive, but they're really healthy for you. I heard there's a couple minerals you need in order to help your immune system, especially, and selenium. I'm not a doctor, this is just what I read. Selenium is one of the most important immune boosting minerals, and Brazil nuts have it a lot. So if you eat like 2 or 3 Brazil nuts every day, which we usually do, it's really good for your immune system. But don't eat too many, because if you eat 8 every day, you can overdose. Very strange, but all right, there we go. We have pistachios. My kids love to eat pistachios, especially in the shell. It's a fun activity. Roasted and unsalted sunflower seeds. All right, this is almost the end of our trail mix. The last thing for our trail mix, I think, are these cashews. Now, vegans, we are not vegan, but vegans or vegetarians like to make creamy sauces for pasta out of cashews, especially these types of raw whole cashews. I just like to eat them. I think it's a good snack. All right, now we have our pasta sauce. This is Italian tomato basil pasta sauce. Whole peeled tomatoes. I'm kind of picky about tomato sauce. I think because in the US, there's a lot of very low quality sugary tomato sauces, and this is really good. But this whole jar is like $4.50, maybe $4. I think that's kind of expensive for pasta sauce. If you look at all the pasta sauces, mostly they're like $1, $2. So this is pretty expensive for pasta sauce, but it's so good. So I will always choose something like that if I can afford it. I got 3 of those for the whole month. We have some cans of tuna. This is a nice, I don't know what to eat for dinner kind of meal. Sometimes we make tuna melt sandwiches, which is toast and tuna and some cheddar cheese, and we put it in a pan, kind of like a grilled cheese sandwich. And it's really good with a little bit of mayo. All right, oh, here we have my receipt. How much do you think all this food costs? We're not even close to done. All right, we have some seaweed packs. These are roasted seaweed. We use this to wrap rice in. Every Monday we have Miso Monday at my house, which means that we eat miso soup, usually some edamame, usually some kind of fish like these mussels or tuna. We make a little omelet, like a Japanese style omelet with soy sauce. It's really good, very healthy, I think, and we love to eat the seaweed with rice. Okay, there's a bunch of random stuff in here. Valentine's Day pasta, yeah! The thing I like about Trader Joe's is these are little hearts. I don't know if you can tell for Valentine's Day, but they don't use any food dyes. So this red is from tomato and beet powder. Very cool. When possible, I try to avoid food dye, not all the time, but usually. Oh, this is another trail mix thing. Dried banana chips. So good. I love them. All right, we got some chocolate chips, some more chocolate chips for making cookies this week or this month. Some jam, raspberry preserves. Jam, you can also call it jelly. You can call it jam. You can call it preserves. Preserves is kind of fancy. That's why they have it on here, to make you feel like it's fancy. I just call it jam. Salsa. You can get fresh salsa at the grocery store, but I wanted this to last a lot longer, so I got the kind in a jar, and we will eat that with our tortilla chips. All right, I have lots of chocolate bars. These are pretty cheap chocolate bars, but in the winter we like to have a bonfire and make s'mores, and that is graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate. So we go through chocolate whenever we have a bonfire. We'll probably use this whole pack because we invite all the neighbors over and we go through lots of supplies for s'mores. I think s'mores is my favorite dessert. My favorite like home dessert. There's some fancy desserts at other places that are really good, but s'mores, toasted marshmallows with chocolate and graham crackers. If you have never had it, the only way to have it is over a bonfire, but it's so good. All right, we got some more granola bars. I like to keep granola bars at the house just because it's like a easy, oh, we're at the park and I forgot to bring a snack and my kids are starting to scream and they need some food. I have a granola bar. Very easy mom trick. All right, we got some mac and cheese. I like to have this at the house so that when we have a babysitter come and make dinner for the kids, that's what we always make. Easy. This is my little treat. This is Jeju matcha latte packets. It's so silly. It's tea. And it's just a little packet that you open and it has powdered matcha tea in it from Jeju, which is an island in the south of Korea that Dan and I visited. And it's just a little treat. It's way too expensive for what you get. I think this 10 packets of tea was like $4 or something. I think that's kind of expensive because you can buy a whole box of tea for $4 and have 25 tea bags in there. So this is my little afternoon treat sometimes. All right, we're running out of space, but we're still going. All right, we have pasta. So pasta is very cheap in the US. This bag was like $1.50. Pretty cheap. Oh, there's more pasta in here, but it's buried. All right, we got more seaweed. Usually we buy a big package of them online because we can get a better price, but I just bought them at Trader Joe's because we needed them on Monday. More apples. We go through a lot of apples and they last forever in the fridge. 2 boxes of mac and cheese because 3 kids can eat 2 boxes. Cocoa powder so we can make hot chocolate. It's supposed to be very cold this week. Another final thing of seaweed. This is gnocchi. Usually I don't buy gnocchi, but Theo wanted to buy this and I gave in. I guess we'll put it with some pasta sauce and cook it. We'll see. Maybe I'll put some sausage or meat or something with it too. Another thing of pasta. This is dried pasta. This is not fresh. The gnocchi is a little more fresh, but it's been vacuum sealed in here. This was my treat I bought for myself. Now, usually this is the kind of thing I would make for myself, but I wanted to buy it because that's fun. This is lavender salt scrub. So in the shower, you can take some of this and scrub it on your skin, and it feels kind of abrasive, but also makes your skin feel so soft. And sometimes in the winter, that's really nice, right? Oh, we have another thing. This is some dried mango. We like to have that with our trail mix. But when you have dried fruit, warning if you have children, you have to be very careful because this can get stuck in their teeth. And we've had problems with one of our kids having a cavity because they ate dried mango and raisins and we didn't brush it out of their teeth well enough. It will stick in their teeth. So make sure you brush your teeth. All right, we got onions. We got more onions. I'm actually gonna put those back in the bag. These are organic yellow onions. This bag of 5 onions is like $4 maybe. And these garlic, I got 2 heads of garlic. I have some garlic, but I wasn't sure how much I had. And each garlic thing is like 60 cents. It's pretty cheap. Usually I grow garlic and we have a ton of it, but last year my garlic didn't do very well. So we have to buy it, which is okay. All right, now we have some let's do this bag first before we get to cold items. We have 1 loaf of bread. Usually we will buy some bread and then I'll make bread if we need more bread because it's very easy to make. If you would like to continue to immerse yourself in English, I made a video while I was making bread And that video you can see up here or here, wherever it is. And you can immerse yourself as well. I also made a special drink, secret drink, kind of a drink, during that video. All right, we got bananas. Now, usually in the US, you can buy bananas by the pound. At Trader Joe's, it's like 50 cents a pound, I think, 50 cents a pound. It's very cheap to buy bananas, which is crazy because these are organic bananas and they came from Colombia. Wow. Okay. So they traveled very far from the country of Colombia and somehow I can still buy them for so cheap, which is wild. All right, we have these mini tortillas. I like the small ones because we can kind of make little tacos out of them. And potatoes. I have some potatoes in my closet, but I needed some more for this month. And these are great in soup in the winter. Okay, let's make a little space here. Here I have 1 and 2 gallons of milk. You can buy very cheap milk. Milk could be like $2 for this. This is $6 because I tried to buy a little bit better milk. Usually I like to buy local milk. That's my favorite thing. And it's $8 for 1 gallon of local milk. But because I was already at Trader Joe's, I got this, which is $6. And we are supposed to have a giant snowstorm in 3 days. We never get snowstorms, but we're supposed to have a huge snowstorm. So I decided to buy 2 milks. Usually I wouldn't buy 2, but it's nice to have extra milk. My daughter, who's 2, she drinks so much milk. My sons never drank milk. She loves milk. So I buy lots of milk, but that's okay. All right, let's go through this. I have some cold things. So here I have some frozen peas. I'm going to put these in this bag. All right, we have some frozen peas, some frozen edamame. If you have ever gotten this at an Asian restaurant, Japanese restaurant, Chinese restaurant before, it's so cheap to buy these frozen. I think it's like $2, maybe $3 for this whole pack. And it's so fun. I love edamame. We eat that probably once a week. I got a big thing of lettuce because tonight we are going to have Korean barbecue lettuce wraps. So usually I don't buy this lettuce. I don't think it's very tasty, but it's good with beef and rice and some samjang dipping sauce. Oh, so good. All right, then we have some, these are some fresh sugar snap peas. I have some hummus in the fridge and we like to dip fruit or dip vegetables in hummus. So we have some peas. We have some carrots. The only carrots they had left were these many colored carrots. So you can see they're purple, kind of yellowish white, and then the regular orange. Very fun. Carrots are really cheap too. So this bag was like $1.50, but my kids can eat carrots so fast. They'll dip them in hummus. I'll put them in soup. They could eat this bag in like 2 days. Oh yeah, my kids love cucumbers. Love cucumbers. If they saw this, it would be gone in 5 minutes. It's not cucumber season, but it makes them so happy that I often just get a cucumber. This cucumber, this is like an English hothouse cucumber. It comes from Canada in a hothouse somewhere, probably a greenhouse. This was like $2 maybe, which I think is kind of expensive for a cucumber, especially because we can grow them in the garden in the summer for free, but it's okay. Sometimes in the winter, you have to spend a little bit more money on food. I got some celery. I'll make soup with this later. Maybe we'll dip it in hummus too. And I have some sausage. I'll put this in soup. All right, we have 1 bag left. Can you believe it? Let's get to it. This is some cold things. So I have this cold bag. It's a kind of a cooler bag, you could say, a cooler bag or a cold bag. And I like to take that to the grocery store so that my frozen things or milk products or cold things can stay a little bit cold. We have some frozen cherries. So these are things that we like to put in smoothies. Smoothies are one of my favorite afternoon snacks, healthy snacks, I think. So we'll put some fruit like cherries or blueberries. We put this in yogurt as well. Raspberries, we buy these frozen in the winter. Some more blueberries and yogurt. We will put yogurt, milk, fruit. Sometimes I put other things like peanut butter or this cacao powder to make it a little bit chocolatey. Sometimes a glug of maple syrup so that it's a little sweeter. Oh, and frozen bananas is the key to make it nice and creamy. And I like to put a lot of water in it so that it's drinkable and my kids can drink it too, but some people like a very thick smoothie. But we eat a smoothie every other day, maybe, if we have the ingredients. All right, we have bacon because we are going to be making breakfast tacos, which means eggs, bacon, maybe potatoes, cook it all together, put it in a tortilla with a little bit of salsa. So good. All right, we got some bacon. In here I have, this is usually how you buy meat in the US. It will be prepackaged. You can buy it in different packaging, but oftentimes we'll buy meat like this in a little 1 pound package. That's what, like 2 kilograms, maybe? And this is called ground beef. It will tell you how much fat is in it, and you can choose the percentage, like 5%, 15%, 20%. I think 20% is the most fat that you can get. And that's the tastiest, I think. So we usually get the 80-20, 80% meat, 20% fat. I think that's very good. And I'll put this in a meat sauce, in the tomato sauce with pasta for a dinner. It'll be really good. All right, we have some cheese sticks. This is a very American snack. I don't know if these exist in other parts, but my kids love them. I love them. It's literally a little strip of cheese and you just eat the strip of cheese. It's kind of like the Bobby Bell round cheeses, but it's in a strip. More smoothie things. Mango is so good in smoothies. Half and half. So this is what Dan will put in his coffee in the morning. Half and half means half milk, half cream. So it's thicker than milk. I put milk in my tea in the morning, but I can put half and half in it too. All right, we are almost done. I see the light at the end of the tunnel. 1 more pack of granola bars. Hopefully those 3 packs of granola bars will last us a month or longer. We have some sour cream. Sour cream, it probably exists in most countries, but it's just a thicker type of yogurt. It's not as healthy as yogurt, but we like to put it with tacos, with tortillas, with those breakfast tacos, a little bit of this, so good. You can also make your own ranch dressing, which I often do with sour cream, very good. And finally, some tofu. We'll put this in our miso soup every Monday. Okay, I think we did it. Holy cow, I got so much food. So now is the grand question. How much do you think all of this cost? Here is my receipt. This costs a grand total of $346.92. Oh my goodness. So this store has no discounts, no coupons. Everything is generally just a low price. So I could probably save a little bit of money by going to different grocery stores, but I like this grocery store and I can get almost everything there. I want you to guess what was the most expensive item. Everything here, every individual item was less than $10, but one thing was more than $10. What was it? Dun da da! The olive oil. The olive oil was $12.99. Okay, so that's fine. This is high quality. It will last us for a little while. The next most expensive thing, maybe the bacon was $7, but everything else is pretty cheap. Each of the nut bags are individually expensive and are less expensive, like $4, $5, or $6. But we bought so many nuts, so that whole trail mix purchase is pretty expensive. But we use it all month, we eat it all the time, and it makes me happy to know that my kids are having a healthy snack that they love. And I will bake a lot of stuff with these ingredients. We'll make a lot of meals, certainly smoothies. I will bake healthy cookies with different oats and different ingredients that I have in my pantry. And hopefully this will last us for a long time. We already have some meat in our freezer, some chicken, some salmon, and some shrimp. So we will also eat that. I know I didn't purchase very much meat, but we have some in the freezer as well. All right, well, thank you for joining me for this grocery shop. I wanna know, which of these items do you usually purchase? And which of these items have you never purchased before, but you would like to? Tell me in the comments, and I would love to know about your grocery shopping adventures around the world. And thank you so much for learning English with me in this very daily life type of lesson. I hope that you enjoyed yourself and learned something new. And don't forget to download the free PDF worksheet for today's lesson. It will include all of the vocabulary for all of the food that you just saw, and it includes the bonus audio version. You can download this audio version and listen to English, immerse yourself in real life English wherever you want. Maybe while you're at the grocery store picking out your groceries. And all you need to do to get this PDF plus bonus audio is click on the link in the description, enter your name and email address, and I will send it right to you in your inbox. And every single week I will continue to send you this free PDF worksheet. It is my gift to you. So don't wait, make sure you get the PDF worksheet and start learning real life English today. Well, thank you so much for learning English with me here and all of my groceries. It's time for me to do a big task, put them all away, especially before they melt. And I will see you again next Friday for a new lesson here on my YouTube channel. Bye. But wait, do you want more? I recommend watching this video next, where you will see me make homemade bread plus a bonus special drink. Immerse yourself in real life English. See how English is really used in the real world, in the kitchen, somewhere that we all are, probably multiple times a day. I'll see you there.